Hi, my name is Brett Schultz, and this is Closed Loop. Closed Loop attempts to solve two major problems society is facing, the first being society's dependence on fossil fuels. For centuries, society has relied on fossil fuels for most of its energy. This unsustainable practice leads to carbon dioxide or CO2 emissions being released into the atmosphere. This leads to higher temperatures worldwide, aka global warming. In order to lessen the effects of climate change, it is required that society transitions to other forms of energy, especially in the transportation sector, where 27% of CO2 emissions come from. While there have been attempts to create carbon capture technologies, many of them are flawed as they have high operational costs, aren't that efficient, or are underdeveloped. However, companies have started to sell carbon offsets as a way for other companies to offset their emissions, usually so they look more sustainable than they actually are. While good in theory, most carbon offset projects try to prevent or reduce CO2 emissions rather than remove them. There is also little regulation, leading to inaccuracies and scandals. At Closed Loop, we utilize a NASA patented process to solve the problem of carbon emissions in the airline industry by collecting carbon dioxide and other materials to be reformed into jet fuel. Our business can create renewable jet fuel and accurate carbon offsets that involve direct carbon removal. Our breakthrough business model allows us to use this technology to make it extremely profitable. Our business model can be summarized in 4 steps. First, we use power plant facilities to remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. This allows us to track just how much CO2 we are removing, allowing us to base our carbon offsets off of accurate data rather than broad estimations. We then take the CO2 and process it into jet fuel with water using the NASA patented technology. We then sell the jet fuel, creating a second revenue stream, and then the jet fuel is burned, re-releasing the CO2. This allows us to stop the airline industry's dependence on fossil fuels at the source, and literally close the loop between carbon emissions and clean energy. Not only is our business environmentally sustainable, but we are also very financially sustainable. The revenue from carbon offset sales alone allows us to cover most of our operational costs. This does not even factor in the revenue from jet fuel sales. Currently, this is all just an idea. However, we have gotten support from NASA's licensing department and have been encouraged to fill out a patent application. As for our next steps, we want to add more members of the team. Currently, this is just a team of 1, but we want to add at least 2 to 3 other co-founders before we move forward. While this idea is ambitious, it can be done with the right team. After we assemble the right team, we will then acquire the patent from NASA and secure funding to build a prototype. Then, after building a working prototype, we can make this idea a reality. In all, Closed Loop has the potential to become the leader in both the jet fuel and carbon offset industries, which have, or are estimated to have, market sizes in the billions of dollars. At the same time, we can aid the airline industry in reducing their CO2 emissions while simultaneously reforming the carbon offset market. This benefits everyone, as we are ending the airline industry's dependence on fossil fuels and combating climate change, which is a truly global issue. Thank you, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.